All right, hopefully you've checked your answers to the first round of problems with the trig applications. Now I want to talk to you about angle of elevation and angle of depression. So if I have a problem that talks about angle of elevation, if this is the horizon of whatever's being described, here's your horizon and it talks about an angle of elevation, this would be your angle of elevation, the angle going up. If it talks about an angle of depression, then if this is your horizon, this would be your angle of depression because it's going down. Okay, so I want to draw two example problems so you guys can understand what to do when you hear about an angle of elevation or an angle of depression. Let's say you have, draw a triangle here. Let's say you have somebody who is seeing an airplane. So this person's standing on the ground, airplane's up here, and I'm not even going to try to draw an airplane. I'm just going to put A. But you've got the airplane in there, and it says the person looks up into the sky, and the angle of elevation is 27 degrees. Well, this right here would represent the horizon for that person's eyesight. So this is where their eyesight level is. And then if they're looking up into the sky, that would be that angle right there. So the angle of elevation would be 27 degrees. Okay, so if it says angle of elevation, you just got to find out this is the horizon, and then you're going up from that horizon, and that's where you're making that angle. Okay, well, let's say that you have somebody standing on a tower. So here's my tower, here's my person standing on a tower. And they look down, let's say they're standing on a tower, and they look down and they see, I don't know, a deer. So they're hunting or something, and they see a deer. So here's my D for deer. Okay, so here's my situation. Eyesight for this person, eyesight for my person is right here. And if they're looking down at the deer, this would be showing where they're looking down at. So if they say this person's standing on the tower, they look down and they see a deer at an angle of depression of, let's say, 20 degrees. The 20 degrees goes here, okay? Because they're looking down. So here's the eyesight, they're looking down. Well, here's the problem. If this is my triangle right here, this is my right triangle I would be using to solve, there's the angle of depression. The problem is this angle is not in my triangle. Well, we need to look at something. Do you see the eyesight level of the person and the ground? What's true about the horizon and the ground? They're parallel. And do you remember when I taught you in Unit 2, when you saw parallel lines, you got to look for a letter. Do y'all see this Z right there? Okay, so there's the Z. The Z shows us alternate interior angles. So if this angle is 20 degrees, that means this angle is also 20 degrees. So now you've got the 20 degree angle in your triangle, and now you can use that to solve for whatever you need. So here's angle of depression, angle of elevation. The angle is down here at the bottom. And here's angle of depression. The angle's at the bottom. So here's the moral of the story. It does not matter whether it is an angle of elevation or an angle of depression. If your triangle looks like this, and they tell you about an angle of elevation or an angle of depression, your angle goes right there. If your triangle looks like this, and you're told about an angle of elevation or angle of depression, your angle goes right there. So your angle goes at the bottom, whichever one it is. This one, you have to do an extra math step to get it there, but at the end of the day, that's where your angle's going to be. And then you just line up the sides based on what your picture is, what your word problem describes, and then you figure out which trig function you're using from there. Okay? So now look at your table of contents and see which problems you're supposed to do on that same worksheet from last time. This time your problems will be using angles of depression and angles of elevation. Check your answers with my ISN, and then after that you'll be ready for your last topic mastery in this unit. Okay?